Postcard #1 from Ireland for Robin Phillips and Bad Bear Watch. We're at a place called St. Kierans Well. This is in the heart of County Meath. This a well with holy water, as they'd say in Ireland. You can get different cures from the water here. There's the stream that runs through it, and it's built around an old Neolithic passage tomb, which has been sort of converted into over the centuries into a religious, a Catholic religious site. And there was a guy called St. Kieran who came here and he blessed the water here, and so apparently you can have different cures for different ailments. And this, as you can see, this is one of the wells there now. I don't know, it doesn't tell you what the cure is there, but here's a chair, and I should say for ailments of the back, if you sit there, if you have a problem with your back, you should be able to cure it. You see the seat there, and there's also another well here for drinking, and people just come here, and if they've got any problems with their feet, you can put your feet in there. If you've got athlete's foot or whatever, it's supposed to cure it. Or if you've got bunions or whatever, and you can sit on the bench here and you put your feet in the water. I wouldn't do it today because it's really frosty and cold here. You probably get frostbite. And yeah, people would come here. You see, they used the stones here from the old Neolithic tomb to make a bridge here. And here you can drink the water. This is actually St. Kieran's Well here, where he blessed it. And there's more of the stones from the tomb. And this is a drinking well. If you got problems with your stomach, you can take a drink of that, and because the water is blessed, it should cure you. And there's a tree. See, people put little things on it there. It's called a fairy tree. There's another one over there I'll be going to in a minute. And it's an underground well that comes up here. It's a spa, and the water comes from underground, and it's actually quite tasty. And you know, people put little trinkets and make a little prayer here and ask for a cure. And it's a tea bag, and a very holy place. And there's another one there. There's another fairy tree. Looks to be in a bad way. The people leave candles and they tie ribbons on it, and they'll say a little prayer, and hopefully their prayers will be answered. There's a pair of socks and a scarf, so maybe somebody has trouble with their feet or with their neck. And yeah, just put your ribbon on the tree and say a little prayer, and hopefully your prayer will be answered. And this is another part of the well here. I'm not sure, there's no sign for what this does, but as you can see, there's water there, and it actually, there's somebody throwing some money in there, and it's very all part of the magical, mystical Ireland. And they built the shrine here years ago when the British were here. They weren't allowed to have mass in a church. They closed all the churches, and people had to come, and they had what they called the hedgerow churches, where people would gather on a Sunday in a place just like this, and the priest would say mass. But if he was caught, he'd be in big trouble. He could be hung, or he could be imprisoned or sent to Australia or wherever, I don't know. And but now this wouldn't have been here in those days. They built that after, I'd say. This is the oratory. It says the stone roof oratory is modern. It was erected through the zeal and enthusiasm of Father Peter O'Farrell, who was the parish priest in Carnaross between 1911 and 1919. So when we had the 1916 is when we had the rising. And as you can see, this is, when I say Neolithic, that means it's about 5,000 years old. But as I say, a lot of the stones have been taken out of this. Would have been a passage tomb. And I'll be going to another place in a little while, and we'll be showing you exactly how the passage tombs were built and worked. A place called Loughcrew, which is somewhere you can't see it today because it's a bit foggy, but hopefully when we get up there, it's actually, Loughcrew is my favourite place in Ireland, and hopefully the fog will be lifted and we get a good view. And so that's part one over.